Next lesson is on irregular comparative forms. In comparisons, better and best are the irregular forms of the adjective good. Worse and worst are the forms of the adjective bad. The comparative form of many is more. The superlative form is most. The comparative form of much is more. The superlative form is most. So for both many and much, when you're comparing two things, in both cases you would say more. And if you are saying that something, if you're using the superlative meaning the most of something, they're both coming out as most. Never add est, more, or most to an irregular comparative or superlative form. Okay. Read each sentence. Write the proper comparative or superlative form of the adjective in parentheses on the line provided. So number 1 says, we waited for the good day possible to go on a sailing trip. So you want to think, okay, am I comparing two things, or am I comparing many things, right? So comparative would be really if you're only just comparing two things. Superlative is when you're comparing one thing to a bunch of other things. And in this case, if you're looking for the good day possible, you're comparing a day to all other days. So that means we want the superlative form of good, which would be best. We waited for the best date possible to go on a sailing trip. Okay. Number 2, there were many boats on the water today than yesterday. So if you're comparing today to yesterday, you're just comparing two things. You wouldn't say there were most boats on the water today than yesterday. You would say more. There were more boats on the water today than yesterday. So you want to use the comparative, not the superlative. Trying to get it so it's a little bit better on the line. Okay. More. Number 3, there was much wind as well. So again, comparing what was happening yesterday to today, you're comparing only two things. So you're also saying that there was more wind, just as there were more boats yesterday. Okay, and number 4, my father is a good sailor than I am. So you don't want to say gooder sailor or goodest sailor, because it's an irregular, meaning it's not the same as other words. You're going to have these words that are a little bit different than that, but have the same base meaning. So if you're comparing how good of a sailor your father is to how good of a sailor you are, you want to say, so my father is a good sailor than I am. You want to say better, right? Better sailor than I am. Yeah, there we go. Okay.